Let me give you a hand. Welcome to the help action. Back in actions in combat. There are two ways to use the help action. One, when you use the help action, creature aid gains advantage on the next ability check it performs in its task, provided that they're making that check before the start of your next turn, and they have both of you have proficiency in that skill that you're helping with. And you should describe how you're going to help, because some things like forging make more sense the more people there is. But when it comes to other things, you may not need that many other people. So the other way to use the help action is you can aid a friendly creature that's attacking enemy within 5 feet of you, causing a feint or distraction. And if your ally attacks that before the start of the next turn, the first attack they makes against that creature has advantage. Now remember, you don't have to stay within 5 feet of that creature. The help action is great with your familiar or animal companion, since your familiar can't attack, and attacking with your companion can be more costly than it's worth. So using a non-combat action to give free advantage is, well, pretty nice. Because of being able to help people, it has one of the most uses outside of combat. And whoever has the highest modifier is the one who ends up rolling, regardless of who helps normally. You can roll without proficiency or with, but I think to avoid kind of dogpiling, it's nice if they would both have proficiency when you're helping. Additionally, it's great, to describe the help. If you're picking a lock, maybe they take another peek and see, or have another tool that could help. Or if they're forging, it's pretty obvious two's better than one. It's going to take faster time. This goes with the actual help action in combat as well, describing how you help. Do you sort of juke them out with a fake melee attack? Or do you maybe throw a pebble somewhere nearby and distract them that way? I think the more creative they do it, maybe you give them a slight bonus. For example, if they throw that pebble or they make an explosion nearby, maybe it doesn't have to be within 5 feet, because the help action it's not broken in any way. In fact, I think it's very underused. Or if the bard chooses to slam his cymbals together and make a loud noise, the target might have to make a save to be deafened or something. Things that aren't necessarily incredibly strong, but they add more incentive to using that action. Also, helping is rarely used by enemies, but you as a DM could do that to show how effective enemies could be when working together. Trying by example is one of the best way to make your players do things. If they see, this works. This is a way helping each other can be very effective in combat, and follow by example. There are some extra ways to gain bonuses to the help action. For example, there are some feats that can do this, like the Unearthed Arcana Fell-Handed feat, which is one of my all-time favorite feats of all time, and it's really unfortunate to make it in any book, at least yet. When they take the help action, they can knock a target's shield aside, removing their +2 bonus to AC for the ally's next attack. The Tandem Tactician feat from the one of the newer Unearthed Arcana allows you to use a help action as a bonus action, which is very advantageous, because I think a lot of these weaker actions should be bonus action based. For example, the Fast Hands use an object bonus action, the Monk and Rogue's ability to use dash, disengage, etc. as a bonus action. I think those really incentivize using these lesser known actions, and there isn't a great opportunity for that except in these few possibilities. Also, if they use the help action, its range increases to 10 feet, and they can help 2 creatures instead of 1, which is really cool incentive to using the help action. Additionally, the Mastermind Rogue is sort of their first ability is based around the help action, which now has 30 feet, and they can help as a bonus action as well. It's a great option for DMs to give NPCs in battle as well, because it doesn't take away the spotlight, but it's helping the players out to land a really strong hit. Now, since they have to be within 5 feet of the enemy, this not be a great option for a caster, even though sometimes they may be more restricted in their options. But I might allow a homebrew that allows you to maybe as one attack kind of feint them out or juke them out, use the help action, because it makes sense. Making one melee attack and purposely whiffing it to distract the enemy, I think, is really cool. And in a lot of cases, the reason why the help action isn't used because there's better options. I mean, there's a reason why, you know, having advantage can sometimes be less good than just attacking twice unless you really choose to set something up, which it's great for. But, you know, it's often overlooked because advantage is given out so much. You know, there's optional flanking. There is a ton of conditions that give advantage as well as, you know, spell effects and etc. But if you really want to, you know, have a heavy hitter like the Paladin come in, maybe even using like the Sharpshooter or Great Weapon feat to purposely, you know, do the -5 to add +10 damage to make sure it's more likely to actually hit. It can really be great at setting up an ally if you're not going to do anything particularly helpful that turn. Or, again, spell attack rolls. They are very strong, but if they don't hit, then it's just a wasted spell slot. And according to my Storm Cleric, nothing is better than high-level inflict wounds. So the help action is often underrated, but I think it has a ton of potential, so don't overlook it next time you try out combat, both DMs and players. Doga Deca Dungeon, out.